The book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. I like to say all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders at Great Millstone, honors to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father in truth and sincerity. This is the breakdown, understanding of Revelation chapter 17. Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore. Who is this great whore? What you know today is America. And that sitteth upon many waters. What does the waters represent? Represents the people. It's not this place known as the great melting pot. Verse 2. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And what is the fornication that the earth has become drunken with? That the kings of the earth, meaning the other empires, the other countries, have become drunken with. What are her fornications? Her so-called democracy, her so-called religion that she pushes out throughout the four corners of the earth, whether it's Christianity, Catholicism, all right? The different idolatry that they push out, the lies that they push out, okay? All these are different fornications that are pushed out by the whore, man, which is America, man. Verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast. So it said the beast was scarlet-colored. And scarlet represents what? Scarlet represents royalty, rulership. So it's signifying that the beast will be in rulership. Full of names of blasphemy, and having 7 heads and 10 horns. And what does the word blasphemy means? It means fallacy, deception, lies, untruth. All right. This is it. This is everything this beast system pushes, man. All right. This is everything that this beast system pushes. Salakia. It said it had 7 heads and 10 horns. The 7 heads represents what? Esau, the so-called white man, his empires. And the 10 horns represents the countries that's going to join unto his system, all right, to make this beast, man. And the woman was arrayed in purple. And what is this woman? America, all right, the whore that rideth upon the beast. She was arrayed in purple and scarlet colored also, which means she's in a power seat. She's in a rulership setting. And decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. But see what's so different about her? She's decked out with precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup. So she's decked out, meaning she's beautiful. And is that not what they call America? America the beautiful, right? The land of opportunity. All right, is this not the place where everybody, where all the nations seem to want to go? So this is that woman, America, and this is why she's decked out in different pearls and gold and precious stones, because this is the place that everybody wants to come to, man. Having a golden cup in her hand full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication, which her fornication is the same fornication as the beast, man. They push the same thing because they all are one mind, man, because they're all one system, all one power structure, man. And once again, what do they push out? They push out they bullshit ass democracy, they bullshit religion, they bullshit idolatry and their lies, man. And they promote alternative lifestyles, man. So this is the fornication, man. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of all Salaki, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. See? So this woman, this mystery Babylon the Great, man. This is a mystery to know that America is Babylon the Great, man. Not everybody can get this or receive this, man. All right. This is the harlot of the earth. This is where all abominations get spread from, man. America, the one that promotes it and spreads it, man. And like I always say, if you don't want to go along with it, you know they MO. Bomb the shit out of you. Send those jets and missiles over there and bomb your ass to the Stone Age. Verse 6, and I saw the woman drinking with the blood of the saints. Yeah, and this woman is drinking with the blood of the saints, which this woman is what? Mystery Babylon the Great, aka America. And she is drinking with the blood of the saints. Who are the saints? The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, which are the biblical Israelites, man. This is why our blood was shed, right here in this good old land that you call America, man. All right, which is Mystery Babylon the Great. And with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. What is a martyr? Somebody that suffers. All right. So all of us that's out here suffering for the name of Yahushua, this is why our blood was shed at too, man. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which have the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The beast thou sawest was and is not. So why is this beast was and is not? Because it was at one time the Roman Empire, and now it is not, because now it's the EU, NATO, and America Empire, man. And it shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. What is that bottomless pit? Europe. And go into perdition. What is perdition? Means hell, judgment. All right, so this beast is about to be judged, and this is the time that you living in at this very moment that you're listening to this recording. All right, you in the judgment of this wicked society, of this beast system that is made up of America, which is the whore that rideth upon the beast, and then EU and NATO, which is the beast. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder whose name were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. See that? See, if your name ain't written in the book of life, you can't get this understanding. You're going to wonder. You're not going to understand who and what Mystery Babylon is. You're not going to understand what the beast is. You're going to wonder. Because the only people that could get this understanding is the elect in the 1/3. It's the elect in the 1/3. So if your name is not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, you're going to wonder. When they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. And like I said, it was because it was the Roman Empire. And it's not because it's no longer the Roman Empire, but yet it is because EU, NATO, and America, they are the Roman Empire. This is how they set up their power structure. This is how they move. And here is the mind which have wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And what is that woman that sitteth on the mountains? America, man. America is the one. America is the big bully that goes around pushing this democracy on everybody, man. America is the woman that's on top, man, controlling the beast. Whatever America say do, guess who follows? The 7 heads, the 7 mountains, man. Which are what? Which are Esau's empires, man. Okay? What you had, what? You had the Greeks, then you had the Roman Empire, then you had what? The Imperial Roman Empire, or what some know as Germania Major and Minor. And then you had the Spanish, then you had the French, then you had the British, man. Those are the 7 heads. All right? That the woman sitteth. Because without those empires, it wouldn't be this woman. This woman wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those 7 mountains, those 7 heads. Verse 10, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and one is. And what are the 5 that was fallen? The Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, the Imperial Roman Empire, like I say, or what people know as Germania Major and Minor. And then you had the Spanish that fell. And then you had the French, man. And then he that cometh, then one that is not yet, the other that is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. Who is that? That was the British Empire, man. And he only continued a short space. Why? Because the British Empire is what gave birth to the whore, man, which is America, man. So without these kingdoms, there would be no America. There would be no whore, man. So all these kings, all these kingdoms had to come into place for America to be born, man. And America was born out of the British Empire. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7. That's right. And this beast, this 8th beast, which is the final beast, which is the beast that you're living in today, is of the 7. How is it of the 7? Because it's ruled by the same damn people. It's just the old Roman Empire in a new package, man. This is the new Roman Empire, man. But guess what? It shall go into perdition. It shall be judged. Verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. And what do these 10 kings represent? Represent the EU countries, man, the NATO countries, which started off with 10. What was the first 10? You had Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Greece, Spain, England, West Germany. All right. And now you have what they call NATO, man. Well, it's a whole bunch of different countries, man. All in the Confederacy together, man. And this is how they gave their power to the beast, man. To have 1 hour. And this is the time that you're living in right now. This is why they move and how they move. That's why whatever is going on over in the EU and the NATO territories, guess what? It's gonna come here to America. And it's gonna go to all the rest of the EU and NATO territories, man. Because they all on the same playing field. They all reading the same playbook, man. Like verse 13 says and states, these have one mind. Yeah, they all the one mind. What are they trying to do? What are their end goal? To create a one world government, all right? To have a new world order. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb. Who's going to make war with the Lamb? EU and NATO, because that is the beast. The whore, which is America, she's not going to make war with Yahushua because she's going to be burnt crisp, man. She's going to be toasted up, devoured by nuclear missiles, man. All right? You got to remember, this is explaining the beast. This is not explaining the whore that rideth upon the beast. So it said the beast, which is EU, NATO, they shall make war with the Lamb. Who is the Lamb? Whom the world inly called Jesus Christ, which his name is Yahushua. And the Lamb shall overcome them. That's right. The Most High is going to, man, listen, man. It's going to be a no contest, man. These NATO and EU troops are going to get massacred, man. Straight up massacred, man. And how is the Lamb coming? He's coming in what the world inly called UFOs, man. With the host of angels, man. This is how he coming, man. All right, and this is how these EU and NATO troops are gonna be overtaken, man. For he is Lord of Lords and King of Kings, man. Listen, man, Yahushua, who the world inly called Jesus Christ, a black man, is coming in the chariots of Israel with what the world knows as UFOs, man. And he's finna snatch these crowns off these heathens' heads, man. You listen, man, you heathen nations, you're about to be brought down to hell, man, and to perdition, man. Listen, man, if you're not a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, according to your father, not according to your skin color, you are indeed about to be judged and pay for your punishments, man. I mean, about to pay for your injustices towards the Israelites, man. You're about to be punished, man. You're about to go into hardcore slavery, man. Whether you like it, believe it, understand it or not, man. This is what's gonna happen, man, when you see those chariots of Israel, what the world call UFOs, appear, man. This is what they coming to do, man. Salvation is of Israel, or the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, man, which are the saints, whose blood has been shed, man, throughout this beast system, man. Verse 14, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And who are the chosen and the faithful? The 1/3 and the elect of Israel. All right, 33.3% of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are going to come back to your heritage and come back and do the will of the Father and keep the faith of Yahweh. That's the chosen and faithful. That's who's going to be in the chariots with Yahweh, man. And why are you going to be in the chariots with Yahweh? Because you're going to be being redeemed from the whore, which is America. This is where you will be beamed up on the chariots of Israel to flee from the destruction of America, which America will be destroyed by ICBM nuclear missiles, man, that shall be shot upon her from all these other nations, man. Point blank, period. This is the truth of the matter, man. And this is what you people about to well understand and receive, whether you like it or not. Verse 15, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are people. Did not I say that earlier? Did not I say that earlier? The waters where that horse sit are people, man, and multitudes and nations and tongues, aka the great melting pot. Is that not what they call America? Yes, indeed. That is what they call America. And America is the whore, man. She is Mystery Babylon, the harlot, the whore that rideth upon the beast. The beast is EU and NATO. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. You see that? So EU and NATO shall turn their back on America, man. They will hate the whore. And you people are about to see this in your media. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. What is going to eat her flesh, man? What's going to make her desolate and naked? What is that fire? What is the scripture speaking of? The ICBM nuclear missiles, man. The ICBM nuclear missiles. These EU and NATO, along with Russia and China and all the rest of these other heathen nations, they going to send them missiles over here and devour this place, man. And why are they going to do it? Verse 17. For God have put in their hearts. See that? I'm going to read it again. For God have put in their hearts. See, this is the plan of Yahweh, man. All right, this is the will of the Father, man. This is the judgment that's coming to the whore, man. Packaged up and special delivered by Yahweh, man. For God have put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree. See that? So this is why NATO, this is why the EU and the rest of these other heathen nations are going to shoot nuclear missiles up over here upon the whore, aka America, man. Because the Most High is going to put it in their mind to do his will, man, and to agree to it, man, and give their kingdom unto the beast. And this is why the EU and NATO was even formed, man. This is why they was formed. So they could fulfill this prophecy, man. So they could do the will of the Father. For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God shall be fulfilled. And what are the words of God? His prophecies, man. See that? So this is why you see what you see in your media. Judgment is being set, man. Judgment is on the way. And the woman which thou sawest, aka America, the whore that rideth upon the beast, is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And this is where America sits till this very day. But hey, like the scriptures say, they're about to go into perdition, man. So with that, that's Revelation chapter 17. Hope this was edifying. And whether you like it, believe it, understand it or not, this is the truth. And the truth is going to happen because the Lord's words don't come back, don't go out void, man. All right? Ain't nothing you can do about it, man. Point blank, period. So if you're of another nation and you hearing my voice and you in America, hey, man, you better live it up. You better do your thing because, hey, judgment is about to come upon this place, man. And if you're not an Israelite, you have no chance. Your ass is about to get toasted up, man, burnt crisp, man. And if you're an Israelite, if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, hey, man, you better well pray and hope that you part of the elect in 1/3, man. Because that's the only way you're gonna make it up out of this place, man. That you call America, which is the whore. So with that, all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Honor to all the brethren out who doing the work in the will of the Father in truth and sincerity. Shalom.